Hello, everybody, and welcome. We got ourselves a little more action right now. This here is Drillmatic with even more horrific and gruesome deaths in Chicago. This is part 125. Again, searching through the shit piles of Rumble to find the diamond that is Drillmatic. Alright, let's do this. Jerome Huey. On May 25, 1966, 17-year-old Jerome Huey was set out to look for a job in Cicero to help his parents' grocery store and pay for his education. Right. On his way back to the bus stop that evening, four 19-year-old white boys attacked him with a baseball bat as he walked alone near 25th Street and Laramie Avenue. According to Huey's youngest sister, he was unrecognizable in his hospital bed and died of his injuries 4 days later. Oh, jeez, they must have put the whooping on him, son. Serious. Jesus. For what? Was it racial? This is the 60s, after all. Here's the killers. Well, two of them anyway. Martin Crocht and Frank Howe. Who both look strung out as fuck. Martin Crocht and Frank Howe, along with Arthur Larson and Dominic Mazzoni, were soon arrested and charged with the brutal and senseless murder of Jerome Huey. The story goes, a car full of black youth boys drove past the suspects and yelled, "White bastards." Prophetic. A few minutes later, the suspect saw Huey's crossing the street, and Croft said, "I think this is one of the boys. Let's go talk to him." Croft then took a baseball bat from his automobile to protect myself, and in case any of his friends were around. As the boys proceeded down the street, Mazzoni ripped an aerial from a parked car. As the four neared Huey came at Larson with a radio antenna, and they engaged in a fight, striking at each other with two aerials. Right. While Larson and Huey were wrestling, one of the boys struck Huey on the head with the baseball bat. At this point, Eugene Thompson, another black male who saw the fight, shouted at the boys and approached them with a board in his hand. The four then ran back to Crock's automobile and drove away. Ah, so cowards on top of it. Isaac Huey, Jerome Huey's father. The suspects from left to right: Arthur Lawson, Martin Croft, Dominic Mazzoni, and Frank Howe. In 1967, Croft, Howe, and Larson were all convicted of voluntary manslaughter and sentenced to 9 to 20 years in prison. Each served less than 5 years. Of course. It was the 60s. Prosecutors dropped charges against Mazzoni, who testified against the others. Yeah, that was bullshit right there, but what do you expect? Was the 60s, right? So that sort of shit wasn't really treated as seriously as maybe it should have been. Werner Hartmann. Just before the sun set, June 8, 1982, Werner Hartmann, 38, emerged from the shower in his plush Northbrook home and was riddled with 14 bullets from a machine gun fired by his wife's lover. What in a soap opera bullshit is this? The first bullets caught Hartmann in the neck in the back. The force spun him around to face the gunman as his life slipped away. Then the killer stood over him and fired 10 more times. I guess just to fucking make sure? Autopsy. God, Jesus. Swiss cheese that motherfucker up. Oof. A machine gun. Oh, is it a Uzi or? Is it a Uzi or a Tech 9? Hours later, his wife goes to the Northbrook Police Department and says that Hartmann committed.
You stupid twat!
Bitch! At least come up with a better lie. How the hell do you commit suicide like that? That'd be one hell of a fucking suicide. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but like, I think of suicide, I'm thinking pills, maybe a rope, single shot in the head with a high caliber round. I'm not fucking going at yourself with a fucking machine gun. Man, some people, they just don't know how to lie.
Bruh.
Real shit. Kenneth Canel, Deborah Ann Hartmann, and John Scott Koravik. On January 21, 1989, Deborah Hartmann, her lover John Koravik, and Kenneth Canel were all arrested and charged with mail and wire fraud. They were all accused of conspiring to cheat the insurance company out of more than 800 Woo! It would come out that Deborah offered Canel $500,000 to kill Werner Hartmann in order to inherit nearly $1 million after his death. In his death. Really? You gonna give the killer half? That's what we're doing here? Deborah's then lover, Koravik, was responsible for supplying Kano with the MAC-10 machine gun that killed Werner. Right? It would come out that Werner was getting a divorce and wanted to take Deborah off his life insurance policy and make his daughters, who aren't Deborah's daughters, the sole beneficiary. Werner was murdered days later. Ah, so greedy bitch wanted all the money for herself. I gotcha. In December '89, Deborah, Koravik, and Canel were convicted on multiple mail and wire fraud charges for conspiring to kill Werner Hartmann and cheat life insurance companies out of 800 racks. In March '90, Deborah was sentenced to 22 years in prison, having ultimately collected 589 racks in insurance settlements. She was ordered to pay whatever restitution was possible. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be paying much of anything, you know. Kind of hard to earn money in prison. She was released in 2002 after serving 12 years. Her current whereabouts are unknown. What? I hope she didn't get another fucking, another rich boyfriend. Real shit. Koravik received 16-year prison sentence, while Canel, who was 62 and already serving 6 years for illegal gun sales and stolen car possession, was given an additional 20. On September 18, 1996, Canel passed away just 6 days after turning 68. Tragically, no one has ever been charged with the murder of Werner Hartmann, and it remains an open case. What? Wait. Those three were charged with fraud because they conspired to kill the guy. But they never bothered going through with the murder? Oh, fuck? What kind of retarded shit is that? Like, you've already got them for fraud in the commission of the conspiracy to murder. Like, y'all got everything. You convicted the one guy because he got the weapon. Yeah, I don't get it. Lonnie Jackson, Rafael Cuevas Perez, and Luis Vargas. On August 5th, 91, Lonnie Jackson, 42, was fatally stabbed after getting into a quarrel with another homeless man over money for some wine on the lakefront near Randolph Street. Alright. Then on May 9, 92, Rafael Cuevas Perez, 39, was beaten to death with a board in an abandoned building at 2932 West North Avenue. Then, on September 13, 92, Luis Vargas, 37, got into a quarrel with another homeless man over Vargas' refusal to lend the man a buck to buy wine. Really? Y'all gonna kill a motherfucker over $1? $1. Oh yeah, whoever this is needs to be put off the streets. Fucking pickle his ass in a big jar of wine. Once Vargas went to sleep behind a restaurant at 2808 W North Avenue, he was fatally beaten about the head with a metal pipe between 10 and 15 times. A lot. Vargas' body was found between the rear wall of the building and a large truck, lying face down in a pool of blood on top of several cardboard boxes. His head was still bleeding when the police arrived on the scene. That was savage. Vargas' shoes were also missing, and one of his pants pockets was bloody and turned inside out. I guess homeboy went to get that wine. And here he is, Hector Nieves. In January 96, serial killer Hector Nieves, who was serving 2 life prison terms in New York for a 93 murder, was extradited back to Chicago to face charges of killing Lonnie Jackson, Rafael Cuevas Perez, and Luis Vargas, who were all homeless. That's weird, man. When, like, you always, like, I know obviously serial killers are a thing, right? But, like, it's weird when they cross state lines, like, how do you catch somebody when they like go that far and they're just killing people just at random? That's got to take some serious work. Yeah, that's like a proper piece of shit too. Motherfucker looks like he probably kept killing people in the goddamn prison. Nieves, who has a criminal record dating back to 78, was essentially sentenced to life for all 3. Damn. Connie Nagel and Raymond Wozendowski. On February 6, 94, Connie Nagel, 39, and her girl's father, Raymond Wozendowski, 64, had been partying hard at Alf's Pub, 599 East Sibley Boulevard in Dalton. A complete stranger at the pub offered to help them both to their feet. Alright. Around 1 a.m., Nagel and Wozendowski both invited him over to Nagel's house in the 14600 block of Princeton Avenue in Dalton, and he followed them in his car. Once they arrived, the stranger armed himself with a steak knife from Nagel's kitchen. God damn. Okay, just out of nowhere, I'm gonna go kill these people. Nagel was attacked first. When Wozendowski came to her aid, the suspect lashed at him with the knife. Wozendowski turned to run but fell over a coffee table and was on the ground when the suspect hit him on the back of the head with a bottle, knocking him unconscious. Oh boy. When Nagel came to Wozendowski's aid, the suspect stabbed her in the chest. She crawled back to the bedroom, leaving a trail of blood. The suspect stabbed Wozendowski multiple times, then followed Nagel to her bedroom, where he continued to stab her. He finished her off by strangling her with an extension cord. Well, shit. That is especially cruel. Like, damn. You know, why you got to do it that fucking savagely though? Like, that's weird, man. 3 steak knives were used on the victims, breaking 2 of them. Both victims' wrists were slashed, Lewandowski's through the main artery. Neighbors said they heard screeching tires sometime between 2 and 3 in the morning. A former boyfriend of Nagel's discovered the bodies about 10:30 a.m. Nagel's body was found in the bedroom, while Lewandowski's body was found in the living room. Mark Zelazek, who looks like his face got pulled a little too aggressively in Mario 64. Mark Zelazek was arrested and charged the very next day after turning himself in a day prior. That's nice of him, at least. According to Zelazek himself, the motive for the double murder was because Connie Nagel and Raymond Lewandowski taunted him because he didn't drink liquor and made sexual advances toward him. They grabbed at his testicles and tried to remove his... Bitch, you know he's making that shit up. Yeah. And everybody on the fucking train clapped too, I bet. He also said the 2 victims teased him about the size of his penis and said he was gay because he would not consent to sex. Yeah, again, r/that happened. In January 1997, Zelazek, who was found guilty but mentally ill 2 months prior, was sentenced to life. Bye. Okay, hold on a second. Ledevret. Okay. I was unsure about that one. Ledevret West Ringgold, D Money from NLMB, and Randy Graham. On February 25, 1920. Jesus Christ. We've been doing so many cases in the 90s and like before the 21st century that fucking brain fart. That's the kind of shit that happens, man. On February 25, 2024, Antonio Velasco, age 16, came to the home in the 8000 block of South Vincennes, where he and his friend Amere P. DC, aka D Money, 14, Ledevret West Reginald, 20, Randy Graham, 36, and another 16-year-old boy were all in a bedroom playing with a rifle. Fuck you mean playing with a rifle? Which was eventually set on the floor behind a TV in the room. How the fuck you play with a goddamn rifle? Fuck, I want to know. Come on, get to it. Antonio showed up later with his 13-year-old brother, and the group smoked marijuana. Alright. At some point, Antonio left the room and returned holding a handgun with an extended magazine and demanding the aforementioned motherfucker. Antonio's younger brother picked up the rifle and Antonio opened fire, fatally striking D Money, Ledevret, and Randy, and wounding the team. You fucking kid. Bro, are you gonna kill your own boys with a rifle? Fucking hell. Ledevret's mother heard the shots, but thought it was a video. Ah, oh, that sucks. She reportedly saw Antonio in the hallway as he fled with the rifle, then found the victims. Bro, that's heartbreaking. Like, it's weird. Like, I've been playing a lot of shooters lately on the channel, and it's like, yeah, the shots, I can see where they could throw off somebody who's older. Hell, I can see where they could throw off anybody, really, if all you got is the audio. But man, to just think that, and then find out that it was one of his boys that killed him, and it was under your house, and you didn't even realize it. Ah, you know that poor mom is second guessing herself every single fucking day, bro. It's heartbreaking as fuck. Fast forward to March 21.
That 16-year-old suspect is being charged as an adult and was identified in court today as Antonio Velasco. Prosecutors say he opened fire on his 4 friends, killing 3 of them before stealing a rifle. The youngest victim was his best friend.
This is the same child shared food with you, shared clothes with you, shared bed with you.
Left in disbelief as this grieving grandmother grapples with the disturbing allegations that the suspect accused of killing her grandson, 14-year-old Amir Dees, was his best friend of 2 years.
He befriended Amir when Amir's mom passed. I'm just not understanding what kind of anger you have to have in your life to do something like that.
Dees was one of 3 people killed in a quadruple shooting late last month in a West Chatham home. Prosecutors in court today identifying the alleged shooter as 16-year-old Antonio Velasco.
He has to be held accountable, period.
Real
Today,
shit.
murder and attempted murder charges were announced against Velasco. Prosecutors say while hanging out with his friends in a room, the suspect left the home and returned armed with a handgun with an extended magazine, demanding a rifle. Court documents state the suspect's brother then grabbed the rifle from behind a TV before Velasco opened fire on his 4 friends.
A tragedy unfolded among friends.
Was it really friends though? Like, I don't know if you could call that a friend if they could do that to you that damn quick.
Within what should have been the safe confines of a home.
The 2 brothers allegedly getting away with the rifle. Velasco was later arrested Tuesday in Hazel Crest, police say, while at a relative's home. But his arrest doesn't fill the hole
It won't bring my grandson back.
left in the hearts of Dees' loved ones.
It's very heartbreaking to realize that someone that my grandson trusted.
Man, that's fucked up, man. This goes to show, man, you can build friendship with people, but like sometimes people can just stab you in the back for fucking nothing, man. Sucks. Like, what causes people to betray people so damn easy? Neither the handgun nor the rifle have been recovered. Antonio's younger brother has yet to be caught, as no charges are pending against him. RIP to everyone except Kenneth Cannell. Well, that was sad. That was sad. Anyway, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Things could have gotten a little better, but what can you do? Alright, y'all. Have a good one. God bless y'all. And stay safe out there. Real shit.